streamer darling dragged into huge drama.
Where you at, Berto?
Looks like Academics might have got himself in a beef with another streamer girl. And this all came from this one clip.
Yo, chat, could y'all tell me why this chick lit right here? This chick be mad lit. This chick right here. Is her name Yonna, whatever her name is?
You're not.
Like, what's the thing about her? I don't get it. Every time I look at her, I just be seeing like Lotto type shit. Like, I'm like, oh, this is like a young Lotto type shit. Am I tripping?
So, side note, but one of the biggest pet peeves is somebody intentionally, Academics does this all the time. He'll pretend that he doesn't know who someone is, and then he'll read their name incorrectly on purpose. It's like, dog, we know you're not dumb. We know you're not stupid. And you're just, it's like he's almost saying the name like, oh, I have no idea who this person is. Like, come on, dog, let's be for real here. So he knows who Yonna is. And Yonna would actually reply to this. So for those of you that are unfamiliar on who Yonna is, she was big on TikTok, but really she came into streaming. She's one of the biggest streamers right now. Like when you're talking about English channels, she's in the top 350 channels. She averages several thousand viewers, average viewers, and she consistently streams, done a bunch of collaborations, things like that. And she's only been streaming for about a year or so. Actually, no, since 2024. Late 2024 is as far back as it goes that I can see that she first started streaming. And she wasn't streaming too much back then. It was barely anything. So she replies to Academics, and this is where I think it escalates.
We made it!
Anything I got is not a rental. I own that motherfucker. Figure it out, this shit is simple. My stock been going up like a crescendo.
Guys, we've officially made it. Do you know how severe this is? We officially have not only the younger 13-year-old boys hating on me. We have the adults too! We're winning!
What the hell?
What's
going on right now?
I do!
I'm just sitting back and digesting. I don't know why these two are beefing. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm sorry that you haven't started a family yet. I apologize.
Okay. I see the method here. I see the way she's handling it.
It ain't my fault. You can't get no puss. Everyone, we officially made it. Woo!
So here she is. Academics is probably genuinely wondering why she's lit. I don't think he knows the storyline. I don't think he knows why she got popular. And here she talks about like 13-year-olds hating on her. And now she's, taking shots at Academics. And I do think it's funny. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but she's playing the Drake song. She's playing the Drake song right before she starts talking about this, talking about like, oh, I made it. But I do think that whole start a family thing, it's acceptable from her because she's, 20? But if people were using that same thing towards Valkyrie, who's 35, it was same age as Academics, I think, or...
Valkyrie's 35? I don't believe that.
Or it's Pokimane, who's 30, I don't think Yonna would be like, oh yeah, they should start a family. They're 30-year-old women. I don't think she would be doing that. So it's a little bit unfair here, but it's okay. We accept it. I wouldn't say he took shots at her, but he mentioned her first and intentionally mispronounced her name.
Which is always lame.
She blew up last year, and a lot of people say that it was because of this guy, Marlon.
Just to clear the air, everyone keeps saying, oh, okay, mind you, I went to Stream University and that was when I would say that is my big break, but I had 1 million followers on TikTok before I went to Stream University. And then here we go. Oh, well, mind you, I'm not going to say made you.
I feel like I hate when people try to make those type of vibes where this person made whoever, because even if, I'm not saying that's the case for her, but even if there's some truth to it, something that people never seem to understand, or stupid people never seem to understand, is if you get the opportunity of a lifetime and get quote unquote lucky, or somebody made you, or somebody gave you a quote unquote handout and gave you a career, if you are not ready to sustain that opportunity and take advantage of that opportunity, then it will literally fall between your fingers. You might have a moment, you might get to benefit from it for a little bit, but once it becomes clear that you don't have that it factor and you don't have what it takes to take advantage of that opportunity, you're gonna lose it. And we see it time and time again. These one-hit wonders, or these, people that blow up in a viral moment and then we never hear from them again. So, again, I don't know too much about this girl. I obviously see her around. I obviously see that she's successful. I don't know all of her lore, but I'm not the type of person that's super quick to just, oh, this person made you, or this person, you're the only successful because of X, Y, and Z, because just from my own experience and my own journey, there are so many levels and stepping stones that lead up to you getting your big break. And it's like, people are so quick to discredit that because they didn't see it. And if you're not prepared for it, you're going to lose it anyway. So I don't like that narrative.
Tap into Berto Gaming to never miss a live gaming experience.
Come here, baby girl.
Nah, I've been lit since 8th grade. No, I've been lit since 8th grade. Like, mind you, streaming really did it for me. Like, Stream University was my big break, and I always thank Ty for that, and I always say that. And also, I had a bunch of other collabs.
So she's talking about, oh, I've been lit since 8th grade. Streamer University was my big break. Hold on. Everybody's talking about Streamer University, which is a huge deal. I'm telling you, that moment is going to go down in history as birth and a ton of careers. Wendy Ortiz was somebody that caught flight and took off after Streamer University. Yonna, she got a boost in Streamer University. Before that, like I said, in November of 2024, she streamed Dead by Daylight for like an hour or 2 hours to 18 viewers, and she really stopped streaming after that. She didn't really stream much until May of 2025. And that's when she got into Streamer University. So during Streamer University, she averaged about 630 viewers through May and June.
That's hard.
And then it dropped after Streamer University. So her new average became around like 450.
Which is still amazing, by the way. If you guys don't know, tap into my Twitch stream so we can get these numbers up, man. This is good. She's going crazy. We averaging I ain't gonna lie, we've been averaging about 60 to 70 pretty consistently now. So, I feel like a couple weeks ago, we were more in the 30, 40 range. So we're slowly climbing, man. Where you at, family? Tap into the Twitch streams. Link in the description. That's Where You At Berto.
Whereyouatberto.
See y'all there, bro.
During the summer in August, she would max out at 4,300 viewers, averaging around 1,100. And then September, it would mainly go depending on her streaming hours. But when you see the graph, you see August, she streamed for 77 hours, which is a good amount, 1,100. And then September, it would drop to 300 viewers, average viewers. She was still relatively consistent on these platforms. However, on October, she would stream for 448 average viewers for 87 hours. So she wouldn't gain that much viewership despite streaming a ton in October. And then November, December, bam, huge spike. We're talking like 4,300 average viewers, max viewers 12,000, 78,000 followers gained, which is 5x. Which she streamed less hours than October,
dumb.
And she's
5x going stupid.
the amount of followers that she gained. And then in December, she gained even more. So what happened in November and December? Well, they were making shipping content, which is like relation shipping. I got to explain it because I'm not talking to girls that are posting on Wattpad. So I got to explain it to guys.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know, please. Certain things we got to keep to ourselves.
we on the
With that
internet,
being
man.
said,
We know.
This blew her up because now her new average is in the several thousands, even after her and Marlon broke up. They were dating for a while, and she doesn't really mention him anymore. So the fact that she says, oh, Kai Cenat gave her a big boost, and she caught a wave with that. But Marlon 10x'd her, and he turned her up. And granted, she also turned up Marlon. It was a good pairing. However, that relationship fizzled out. It was crazy because there was this one clip. I don't even want to play that clip because it's probably a little bit.
Didn't he get caught kissing a whole nother girl on camera or some crazy shit? Damn, Marlon, you was moving wild, boy, ain't it?
Embarrassing. But she was like, yo, this is the first time I'm ever getting called like less attractive. Like, oh, why is this guy dating a woman that he's more attractive than? And she was hurt by that. And I imagine her being hurt by that. But for Academics' reaction, he's like, oh, you know, she's like a lotto. I just don't even get what that has to do with anything. Like the chick, I don't even think the chick raps. So I quote, I think he's just looking at appearance, and maybe he thinks she's like another Samaya. But I would quote tweet this, and I would say the following. This girl sings, dances, acts, plays games, travels, collaborates, and still streams over 40 hours a week. Her content and output is objectively impressive.
And again, this is where it's like, no glaze. I know some of y'all that have fractions of brain cells are going to be in the comments like, oh, Berto, she's not going to let you hit. No need for the glaze. But it's just like, bro, you got to give a woman her props, man. She's talented and she's been grinding. She says she's been popping since 8th grade. She's genuinely doing her thing. So, yeah, she might have got a lot of motion from Marlon. Cool. But it's like, would Marlon even date her or collaborate with her if she didn't get to where she was on her own? She got to stream her university without Marlon. Like, so it's like, again, bro, I'm not quick to co-sign people and just decredit their journey, bro.
Never sat down and watched a full stream of this girl, but I have seen a bunch of her clips, and her singing is outstanding. Like this girl, she's talking about like, oh, she wanted to be a Disney star when she was growing up. And she is very, very talented with the singing. We're talking like this chick's got an angelic voice. And some people will try to discredit her by saying, oh, well, look at her appearance. That's why she's got all that motion. No. There's actually, I want to dive into that a little bit more because when we talk about appearance, right? Let's take, for instance, Ari the Don, Blueface's baby mama, G Herbo's baby mama. She is one of the most poppin', lit females. She just got motion, right? Is she the most beautiful, gorgeous thing on earth, right? Like, no, people find her attractive, yes, especially after all of the augmentations, but she's not like a wall people are passing out when they see her. The point is, there are a lot of women that are seen as a lot more attractive than her that don't have a fraction of the following that she has. So for this girl to get a ton of followers, you can't just blame it on her looks or discredit her with looks. Now, if you tell me, well, if she was hideous, yet still had all of these attributes, which she have blown up, I will tell you absolutely hell no, under any circumstance would that have ever happened, especially on a male-dominated viewer platform like Twitch. Absolutely not. So yes, having terrible looks, as if she was obese and just didn't look great, yes, it would nuke her. There would be no chance. But that doesn't mean that it rises proportionally. Because, and I'll string this back to music, right? Music, Madison Beer. Madison Beer is like a Victoria's Secret model. Like, let's be real here, right? Yet, she's never really succeeded in music. And she makes good music. I listen to her music. Her music is great. She got put on by Justin Bieber. Like,
great? Really?
Over 10
years.
I
don't think I've ever listened to I probably have. Maybe without my knowledge, I have. Just walking around in goddamn Forever 21 or some shit. But I don't think off the top of my head I know any Madison Beer songs.
I think it was 2014. He posted a song. Back then was the influencer era. Justin Bieber posts your song, that's it. You got a career. It's that quick that it's happening.
Yeah, I remember Kylie Jenner used to put niggas on their story. Lit. Million. Kylie Jenner listened to your song once and put it on a story, you a millionaire now.
I think he did that. No, it was One Direction that did that for 5 Seconds of Summer, and they gave them a whole career. An Australian band. Insane. So, Madison Beer, she's never really been able to catch motion. And when you look at Madison Beer's music, like if you just look her up on Spotify, and I've done this too, you see a ton of songs with hundreds of millions of streams. But when you look at the About and you see where those streams are coming from, none of her top cities are in North America, right? USA, Canada, where she's from. The first one that you see is London, and that's all the way in the bottom. So it's Jakarta, Indonesia, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Bandung, Indonesia. Yeah, ID is Indonesia.
Yeah, this hoe might be botting. All right, let me not be a hater, man. Shout out to Shorty.
And then, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Quezon City, Philippines. Yet, with Madison Beer's appearance, if it scales proportionally, right, and a 1-to-1, or linearly, I guess you could say, if appearance scaled linearly with success, when you already have the talent, then Madison Beer should be bigger than Chappell Roan. Madison Beer should be bigger than Sabrina Carpenter, or as big, or even in the realm of conversation with these acts, but she's not. So it's not appearance. And I think like the higher the appearance gets, it kind of starts to harm the woman. So it's not as bad as, being hard on the eyes, of course. But I think it's a little bit too dismissive when people just say, oh, well, like, dude, like, look at her. It's easy for her to succeed. No, I think people expect you not to be talented, and you kind of got to prove yourself a little bit more if you're in a position like hers. And on top of that, usually, like, for example, let's take a Samaya, right? Samaya is a objectively boring streamer. There are plenty of people offering her stuff. She just takes that stuff. And if you were to compare her and Yonna, like appearance-wise, let's just speak objectively, right? Like the majority of people would say that Yonna is objectively, maybe significantly more attractive than Samaya. Yet Samaya is dry, boring, and is untalented musically.
And
she's
less
just
successful.
Inferior in all of these other things.
And is less successful. So that's a great comparison.
And just decides to get by and take the easy way out. Whereas Yonna could take the easy way out, yet she chooses not to. And that's something I don't think people value enough either. Like someone that can take the easy way out and they don't. That's like a Neon, for instance, not taking a gambling deal. But in his brain, he's like, well, of course I'm going to take it. It's a ton of money. And in the same way, Yonna could say, oh, well, I'm going to take all of these opportunities to just use my appearance or potentially get intimate with people to rise in this career. But she chooses not to. I don't think that she had to reply to Academics. I think it looks bad on Academics if he goes back and forth with this chick. It's not going to look great. There's no animosity here. I don't think he feels any type of way towards her. He's just ignorant. And I think she just saw the clip too, not the full context, which the clip doesn't give much context either. But yeah, hopefully this just glosses over and it's a nothing burger and Academics doesn't really respond.
But Academics is also known to pop his shit. If he's off that Henny on the right night, hey, might actually be GG's. Y'all don't even know what you think about this one, man. How many of y'all know about Shorty? I feel like she's doing a good job, though. Again, I'm not tapping into her streams like that, but she looks like her career is doing well for her. And, again, I'm always rooting for my ladies to go up. Love my queens. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? My name's Whereyouatberto. Tap into the stream so you never miss a live stream reaction. Link to that's in the description. I'll see you on the next one.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look sweet.